Okay, it's Touhou time. Nice, first try of the day. We're so back. Oh, thank you, Jacob. Thank you. The 9 extra live, like for the first time ever. I found out how to get the 9th life. With also a world record for a low score at the same time. Breaking all the records there. Literally free? Hold up. Holy free? I never knew this attack was this easy. Yeah, hello, like, you know. Oh, damn it, my 5 in a row is over. Alright, so press F and W. Yeah, that's why Bullseye exists. I only got 4 in a row. It's I over. Really? Oh yeah, I mean both that. Like, her evasion's through the roof, and she moves very far. Yeah. Blech. Okay, 3 in a row losses. This attack is the hardest attack in the game. Holy moly. Okay, I got 4 in a row, then I died 4 in a row, so now the equilibrium has been reset. Oops. This is why I say you can't practice attack for long periods of time. Okay, there we go. Pull up. Starts to melt? No, not necessarily. It's just like when you hop into it, you're locked in, and then eventually, for whatever reason, after you do like a handful of attempts, you just lose it. You lose touch, so you can only do it for so much at once. One of the reasons I'm not the biggest fan of 50 sets, generally speaking. Although that depends a bit on attack versus attack, in all honesty. Very left hydro. Yeah, I usually go right, but occasionally I mess up and I swing her to the left, but... You know, we can go to the left and it's fine. Well, it's still hydro, so it still sucks ass, but... Hello, Fami. Hope you're doing well. Is that 3? On the 5th one, too. Who knows? Three. Four. There's 5. Got that one pretty quickly. That was really aggressive for no good reason. She gave me an early pull. I was like, ooh, go for that one. Not what you should do there. That was also a bad line. Should have gone wider. Proof that illusionary waterfall is worse than hydro? Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Frackin' the one. Why do I finally decide no? Let's not go wide on the one that matters. Was that 2? Hello, Toaster. Frickin' frack. Here again, I can see. I can read, I should say. Uno. Uh-oh, who's at the top of your list now? You better not say Parsi. Is that 3? I'm just gonna assume that's 3. There we go. That should be 5. If it's not 5, sue me. Well, let's go see our girl Minariko. World's longest Shizua. I should grab water when I came downstairs. I should go grab a water bottle shortly. Ooh, what a cancel. That was a pretty mundane cancel to follow up tragically. Still, 213 is pretty good. Imagine if I could like deal 100% and then my like throw didn't have to kill me. Oop, minus 2,000 faith. It's never been more conic over. That was not the best I've ever done that route, but it worked. Lack of faith fight Conquer. Technically, she'll fight you regardless of whatever faith you have. But we can pretend that how much faith you have determines how hard she is. The more faith you have, the easier she is. This is gonna be like a 725. 722. Uh-oh. Ooh, I wiggled my way through that. Wow. That's a tight one. A human. To be fair, you gotta give Notori some credit for that one. Like, he's walking down here, she hasn't seen a human in like 50 years, and then there's just suddenly one strolling in her territory. Okay, Kappa. By the power of homing. Come on. Ugh. Here, I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna get some water. Okay, I'm back. I already drank like the water. Impossible? It truly is impossible. Wait, but if it's impossible, then why isn't it in impossible spell card? Checkmate, atheists. Oop. Well, that was great. See you in another 50 minutes, Notori. Nice, early fairy, we're so back. Geometry Dash was inspired by a true story about a man named Geometry Dash, a person in the arena forced to jump over spikes for the amusement of the audience. In 1847, dude, those people were crazy back in the day. Dude, after losing in Mountain of Faith, Reimu got captured by Kaneko and forced to work for the Mariah Shrine. She lives under a harsh set of rules up there, especially the harshest of them all. If you want to know more, just Google Kaneko Rule 34. I tell you, it's wild what they forced Reimu to do. Son of a beach. After the events of cards and Touhou AT and the Gensokyo economics have just completely fallen apart. The situation has gone out of control and prices have risen through the roof. Google Touhou inflation for more. Well, I should probably stop for the day already. I was even looking at that one. I love stage 1, it's so much fun. Ooh, bad cancel. SMH. GG. Go next. That was a good cancel. Hello, 11. This is going to be like a 72, 73. Ooh, nice score. Okay, Heener once again. Nice try. I kind of missed my input there on the, or I kind of did a miss input there on that first wave of that. Good thing it didn't kill me, otherwise I would have been real livid. Go frick yourself, Ogane. Holy moly. You don't have to do that to me. Why am I confident enough to skip practice and do runs off stream? It's a good question. Kind of varies from time to time. Like, I do a little bit, like, I do a bit. Like, every time I start up, I do like, a little, I go to, like, Cap Divine Virtues. I do a handful of Fearless Wind Gods. And then I go till I get 5 in a row on, Hydro and 5 in a row on Illusionary Waterfall. But what you're practicing and how you're practicing varies a lot depending on where you are in the middle of the game. Also, different people are gonna have different thresholds of confidence. I don't know. You can 100% do runs without having done any practice earlier in that day, if you have enough experience in the game. Like 1,000%. Like I've had a number of good runs. Just I hop onto it. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do any practice right now. I'm just gonna hop right into it. The early game is warm up. Hack a human. I love this spell, by the way. World's freest Hydro? Like, to be honest, like, most of the reason I do a lot of practice is just to see if I can still learn something else about attacks. And or to keep my, like, memory on point. Which is, because, like, I don't really practice, like, outside of Fearless Wind God, I don't really actively practice Aya. But once in a blue moon, I'll hop on and do a bunch of Aya practice. I don't practice Sinai at all, but once in a blue moon, I'll hop on her mid-spell, I'll hop on Moses, practice those. You don't want to get, because like there are times where you can do something, and then you'll get to it and be like, bleh? You'll just like forget your instincts almost, but. But I also think when you start a grind, when you start like an LNB/LNN grind, which, I mean, an LNN grind is effectively, the start of an LNN grind is still effectively the start of an LNB grind, so they're pretty similar in that regard. I feel like you know, there is like the notable things you should probably practice, but I feel like early on you want to like practice a little bit, and then just like for like the first week-ish, just play a bunch. Just do a bunch of runs over and over. And then you want to home it in and practice what you need to. Focus on the really important things for practicing. But I don't think you should just hop in and immediately start practicing on a new grind. Fuck, I just can't wiggle around these bullets! Ah, this attack is just so frustrating right now. I see the line, I just can't do it. My fingers just won't let me go. Whoop, whoop. Just a simple right-left there is all I gotta do. Son of a bitch. And we're back to this again. Thing of the game, I've been proven right once again. So true. Stage 3 is like Stage 2. Exile Doll feels terrible. Like, it feels like it's supposed to suck, and so it's like, it's fine that it sucks. Hydro Cam and Illusionary Waterfall are attacks that feel like they're supposed to be free, but they're not, and that's what makes them so frustrating some of the time. Specifically Hydro, but honorable mention goes to Illusionary Waterfall. Spend another 20 minutes trying to get to Notori. show more love, or you can. I don't think you have to. If you want to, I don't know necessarily the number one approaches that are the most appropriate, but I love how pissed Miriko is here. And now she's happy. Well, I don't mean I don't necessarily just mean appropriate in terms of is it explicit. I also mean appropriately is if it's socially appropriate. I hate you. We'll try for in our attic. Ooh, good start, good start. Unfortunately, Yuko's the princess of the Netherworld. She's not actually a god like like some characters. So, can you actually gather faith for her? Even if you could, I don't. She'd want it. She just wants spring. That's all she wants. But then the question is, how do you gather spring? No, it's not right. Is it wrong that she wanted to gather spring? Yeah, that is the plot of Seven. They're trying to gather spring. Dun dun bum bum. You want to give hugs? If you hug Yuko, she'd be cold or warm. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You're supposed to be the Yuko expert here. Unbelievable. Kids these days, SMH my head. Never said. Who cares about what's said? Yeah, you gotta make up your guidelines on yourself. Like whether it's about the cat yokai laying eggs, not knowing the resting temperature of your body temperature for your waifu. Yeah, unbelievable. The thing that is said is I think their form is physical. Well, that's a question, right? Because ghosts are, like, supposed to be cold, at least in terms of, like... mythology or whatever speaking. Not that we know if ghosts are cold or not, because they are not actually real, so... Maybe ghosts are actually incredibly warm. Because maybe when someone dies, it's like, oh, you know, dead bodies get cold and everything, because, like, they lose their heat. Maybe the ghost retains the heat. Ever thought about that? Maybe that's how, like, ovens work. Hold up. Gotta check some real quick. Somewhere it's saying her touch is deadly. I mean, it's deadly, I think, if she wants it to be, right? But, like, Yuko tends to be fair, like, to be fair, a lot of Touhou characters are as well, but Touhou characters tend to, like, Yuko tends to be pretty, tends to be pretty, ambiguous. Hold up. Good grief. Shit. Okay. Okay, you know, once again. Oh, hello, display. No, my faith! Oh, look at that. My 10,000 faith. It's over. 30 days indeed, display. I hope you're feeling jolly. Plenty jolly. Good news is, it's only gonna get jollier. I'm gonna mention this now. I'll probably mention it later this week. I'll also probably mention the Discord, but I'm probably going to be out of town this next weekend. I know. That means I won't be streaming this next weekend. So it's more jollier than yesterday. That's the attitude I like to hear. My. Okay, you know, let's go. Once again. Frick! Oh, why was... come on. Oh, this early game is so infuriating at times. It's like every time stage 2 goes right, stage 3 doesn't. Every time stage 3 go right, stage 2 doesn't. What did I just do? That's a certified hitbox moment. Opening door and Ringo final door me non-1 misses. And you go through all of that just to accidentally die to Sagume. Not that you would ever die to Sagume. Not that I'm implying that you ever have or would. You're probably good enough that you never would die to Sagume. Dead to Stage 4 Chapter 1 on pace. Yep, things like that happen. Unfortunately, as I always say, everything's lethal. Like, my death should be less than 5% though, but it's greater than 1%. It's greater than 0%, actually. That's what's important. Me when I died of Shotgun Coronation because I fucked up the easiest safe spot in the entire series. Is Shotgun Coronation the easiest safe spot in the entire series? Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I was mostly joking with Shotgun Coronation, but... Easiest on the main... Yeah, the main games. I mean, there might be something that's easier in, well, the spin-offs, but I'm not as familiar with safe spots and, like, shoot the bullet, violent detector, and such. An extra death ray bomb left corner hug. I guess there is also a safe spot that's very similar, I think. Isn't that one shot type dependent? That Imperishable Night one? A nice see there's an attack where you hold only down and shoot for 100% cap. Nice. Peace. Because there's also, I know now that I think about it, in Eastern Wonderland during the extra stage, as much as I fucking hate that extra stage, there's a spot where there's a bunch of enemies, and if you stand in the exact bottom right corner, you literally can't die. Although it's very important that you don't shoot. Because when you shoot, it, like, extends your hitbox 1 frame to the right, which is just enough to kill you. But if you stand in just the bottom right corner, you literally cannot die to that section. So I guess that was also pretty easy. Because, like, I was also thinking of, like, Sakuya Midnon, right? You just go above her. But I'd argue that one's harder, because, like, if you actually want to deal damage to her, you kind of have to, like, hug her head. And then that, like, can get, like, that's at least a little more awkward than some of the easier safe spots. Even if you can do it pretty consistently. And by pretty, I mean very consistently. Hello, Gypsum. safe spot is luck. Well, if you're including luck-based safe spots, shouldn't Peerless Wind God count? Because isn't the top of the screen a 1 in 10,000? So surely that counts, right? Counts as a really bad one, but it does count. Missed the revenge bullets early Touhou had. Yeah, I really missed them as well. I miss when every enemy you killed in Touhou 1 and 2 dropped bullets. Boy, do I really miss that. Jolly felt game glitch area. Nah, he's not here yet. Probably too busy being responsible. Being a responsible adult. Crazy, huh? Big game glitch into a Jolly fell. Unfortunately, I don't know how realistic that's going to be. Why? Ah! All I have to do is go to the outside on that last wave. Oh, fuck. Son of a bitch. That he is very green after all. You raised a good point. I think that just means he's the Grinch. Stop throwing the easy bosses. You're right. I'll stop throwing for content. As he is in French, so true. Oh, oui, oui. Sacre de bleu. Yeah, as much as the French are the French, I will say it's got to be the most fun accent to do as a fun bit. Easy, it only took you 3 bombs clearing. Expect you to be better than that. So true. Might be. You know, I pulled back, you know, whiles ago, I pulled back my streams to like my current start time to try and make it like slightly, because I could make it at this and make it just a little bit frackin' better for European stream times. But the downside of that is that the risk of having more French viewers is higher, tragically. Scale of 1 to 10, how jolly was your day? Eh. I woke up and I was still feeling sickly. French. Whoa! You might have to censor yourself for that one. Oof. In your country. Unfortunately, that's probably true for me as well. At least I don't live in Canada. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-boop. To be fair, here in the U.S., several of the original settlements were settled by the French, so depending on where you are, there's some unfortunate heritage there. Where I am just mostly has a lot of German or Italian heritage. And the cool part? What's the cool part? Literally Adam Sandler? I don't think I am. I wish I was that rich. That'd be pretty cool. Josh Parra. Seriously, not so jolly. No, don't let them take you down. Display. In spite of the Grinch. The Grinch. That's just the Grinch in the French. Come on. You must be jolly in spite of them. When are we gonna get a French Touhou character? Or you have Alice? Or did you just post the Alice emoji for that? I want to hear a bad joke. Sure, helps pass the time. Stage 1. Like say I'm just in the advent of code moment. You love those moments, don't you? Read my sparkle. You must shine on. Blondie from Flanders? Maybe. I can see it. This guy, I'm not gonna ban it. Yes, I get it. I get it. I wouldn't say that's a bad joke. It's kind of a basic one, but basic does not mean bad. Listen, you could say you could have said the word skibbity riz. It would have been far worse, so. Or whatever the current memes are up to right now. I don't know, I used to be a lot more in modern meme culture, but I fall into the wayside on that. What do I say about foreign languages in chat, 11? Who's the jolliest Touhou character? Probably one of the fairies. Probably like Clown Piece. How jolly she is. Yeah, Parsi is what comes to mind when I think of jolly. Marissa's probably up there. She's usually really lighthearted and pretty jolly. Like Reimu's always the cynical, I hate the world, let's kill everyone. I only do it because it's my job type of thing. Marissa's usually be a happy-go-lucky one. you know, I'm just gonna mass split everything in my way, and that handles all my problems. But Sanai, though? I mean, she's fairly jolly. So I'm not going to say no to her. I just feel like there are other candidates that probably go slightly above her. What about Dormy? Holy moly, we did it. Oh, Kyoko! Kyoko's a... Yeah, I was gonna say, Dormy's literally Santa. See, I was on that one. Kyoko's a really good call. Kyoko might be the jolliest. Meet Tsunayo, just run away. Listen, if I met Tsunayo, I might start having to work for the Mariah Shrine, if you know what I'm saying. Hooey. Yo, nah, more like mid-moo. Ha ha. Or should I say, instead of yo-moo, like yo-mid? I feel like that one actually works better. By the way, I love how the term mid, which refers to, like, middle of the road, you know, like, middle, not high, but not low ranking, somehow became, like, synonymous for, like, dog shit. I hate this attack. I think it is just average. Yeah, but like generally speaking, most people I feel like nowadays like the modernization of the term mid. I feel like it's just come to be. It's like, oh, you like that thing and I don't. Yeah, that thing's actually mid, bro. Oh, that thing's mid, dude. Holy moly. It's close on HC. Every Hydro is a close one. It's just the nature of Hydro. It all sucks. Sometimes more or less than others, I will say, but... Give me a bigger gap over there. Now I have to deal with a triple wave. Okay, it's fine. I read it well. Do you want sound? I don't know if the mic really picked that one up. You're gonna know an Hydro in the middle of runs today. That's cool. Holy shit, I actually lived that attack. This is unbelievable. Hardest attack in the game has been beaten. Holy moly. It's nice cringe. How dare you, Game Glitcher? How dare you? Mod, can we get some mods on this? Hold up a second. That sounds like, I don't know, she's not worse than Yomo. Oh, there's not a chance I'm putting Sanai higher up than Yomo ever. Nice cringes like Sumareko. Unbelievable. Ban him on the spot. 11, how dare you say he's base? Ordinary schoolgirls in a world of magic and wonders. Yeah, they're just ordinary schoolgirls. That's all they are. Yuko's better. I mean, I had both Yuko and Sanai in my top 10. And they're usually consistently two of my favorites. I love spinning fairies. I love spinning fairies. These guys are great. Yuko seems like an old lady. I feel like a lot of Touhou characters are technically old. Fucking, why would I do that? Ah! Give me a nice reverse C there at the end just to trap me in. Just in time for Momiji to bend me over and have her way with me. While she jays off on my T's. That was an insane Momiji cap, excuse me. Completely lost to anything of value, though. I lost myself, and hey, whatever. Let's fight Aya instead. Ooh, that was really bad. That was really poorly done. I need to have played it more aggressive through those stacks. I could have actually lived those on the bottom, but I wasn't aggressive enough. Yeah, at least I made it to stage 4. If only I could actually do that more often. You're married to Yuko, would you put Yomo under your umbrella too? What is this, a fucking high school anime? Oh, it's raining, gotta walk home in the rain. Would you want to hang under my umbrella? Oh my goodness gracious. One Touhou slot machine right now. We love gambling. Everyone loves gambling. Also, why play the Touhou slot machine when you could just do an LNN? One could consider that close enough anyway. You have 216. That's pretty high for me. Free gambling? Is it gambling if it's free? There is no free gambling because only the freest of gambling. Because free gambling takes your soul. Stage 2. I should play the game. Would you marry to get Racing, Aaron, or Kaguya? Both. Probably Aaron. Nah. I don't know, that's a good question. Take hold property rights for Racing, yeah. Marry Racing? Why would you marry Racing when you could marry Kaguya or Aaron? Peter, my dear, hope you're doing well. I mean, to be fair, now that you mentioned Tay, in Missy's Izakaya, Tay is the one who offers selling Racing to you. This is what she does her anti-spell card, or early on when she just does that automatically. And you have to buy something off her. Once in a while, she'll be offering Racing. By the power of homing! We love homing around these parts. Stage 3. Blazer stays on during sex. The blazer, it's the thing she wears over her outfit in Touhou 8, I believe. That dude's stripped away from her in the future. It's unbelievable. Act a human. Did not have to, I saw that next wave, and I was getting ready to do it, but I didn't really want to have to do that next wave. Yeah, unjolly person. It would be an unjolly person. It's AN. If you put before a word, but the word starts with a vowel, it has to be AN, not A. That was a lot tighter than it should have been. Resume brings a character back, he downgrades them. Unbelievable. Can't believe he did that with Tenchi and Timmy of Common Flowers, dude. I don't know, it did, when he brought Yuka back in 9, did he really downgrade Yuka? And did he downgrade Yuma in Touhou 18? I know her sprite isn't the same, you know, quality. Probably Yuka. They're probably just upset that Yuka's not as sexy as she was in PC98. Go fuck yourself, Notori. Go fuck yourself. Just Gremlin energy for friendly sheep. I know. It's never been more Conocover. Bottomizing Tenchi, yeah, it's unbelievable. The F has done irreparable damage to all Tenchi enjoyers. Is that true? It was retcon? I mean, I'd argue Alice was as well, but we'll ignore that one. To be honest, you could also argue Reimu and Alice were as well, but, you know. Sorry, guys, any day now they're gonna bring back Mima. Swear, any day now he's gonna bring back Mima, I promise. Nice try, you bastard. Oh, should have ended with Story Beast or Wonderland Suck through. Hi, Momiji. Fucking A, dude. I need to have gone to the left line of that one, but I'd have to have predicted that, like, basically ahead of time. I think Shimmy is jolly. You see some of her sprites in the fighting games? Pretty based. I've always enjoyed having the potential different aspects of characters, because it makes fandom. People can interpret them how they kind of want, and it allows you to see some interesting things. Better than Touhou being very strict with how its characters are. Touhou tends to be pretty loose with it. I think it's one of the reasons why why the Dojin community in Touhou is so successful. Ah, yeah. Like fan? Well, it depends on what part of it you're talking about. There are parts of the fan works that I don't quite as much care for, but there's certainly a shit ton I do like. Like, I would argue fan works are the backbone of Touhou, arguably. At least for why it's so popular / successful. Like, I think the last thing we need is more people to watch a fan work or read a fan work or play something like that and be like,
actually, Reimu wouldn't say this canonically. This is incorrect. She would never say this.
Fearless Wind God's actually free. That was the backbone of Touhou. Depending on who you ask. I mean, technically, I would argue hentai is just one of the branches of doujin work, right? Hate some jokes. Oh, I don't disagree with that by any means. I absolutely agree, but nice Aya just for the Momiji to have pissed all over me. Ooh, I really thought that guy shot ahead of time. I mean, the run was already dead anyway. There's still a very good one, though, nonetheless. Perfect Aya is good. Believe I have a good display. Like every fan game I play, I'll have like a mild complaint with. Like I have my complaints about Fantasy Maiden Wars writing at times. Do I still like the game a lot? Absolutely. Tokyo Wanderer. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that. I gotta play that soon. Maybe I'll do that after FMW if Try or nothing else super notable is out by then. So I was gonna do that after Puppet Dance, but then FMW happened, so Like some parent games? Well, that's generally how it works, right? Like, I like some games. I also dislike some games, but... Play a Touhou Final Fantasy game? What game are you talking about? There's a lot of Touhou JRPGs. You're gonna have to be more specific. Well, the cute pixel art. You're gonna have to be more specific. I don't know what game you're talking about. There's some pretty cute pixel art in a lot of games. Ayabo! Why would you do that to me? Bumper. I don't know, I played a lot of fan games on stream, and I've liked some more or less than others, but generally I've liked basically all of them. I don't know if there's one I haven't liked. Of the ones I played yet. Wait for the day when the entire screen is covered. Can't wait. Oop. Yeah, like lasers for that. Don't give Zune any ideas. $234 is pretty good. Upload to the Mirage Shrine. They still might be having some, like, back order issues from when Mirage Shrine got nuked and had to move sites, right? I really messed up my fate there. Dude, world record pace is Tonic over. Alright, there's that Hero of the Ice Fairy I gotta look at some point. I gotta see what type of game it is. Maybe I'll do it after Izakaya. So Goku, yeah, Goku does do a good job of covering basically the entire screen. At least like almost looking like she does. This is going to be like the border of soft locks. So I think it's going great right now, Gypsum. My. Ada. Me on my way to do questionable lines on Ogane. Oh, that was close to actually being makeable. Da da dun dun dun. Hey, we got the early fairy. Let's go. Oh, this is the Kirby one, right? Oh, this isn't the Kirby game. What am I talking about? Oh, this is Kirby, isn't it? He said a Final Fantasy type game. So I don't have no clue what game you're talking about still. I guess these. Oh, excuse me. You guys see that pause nipping? No, Fantasy Main Wars isn't Final Fantasy. Actually, they're turn-based JRPGs, so they must actually be the same. Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy. They both have Fs. Close enough. Happy one, Toaster. Oh, Levin, you're talking about Era Touhou K? Weird that that game's not on Steam. Kind of bizarre, huh? World when I'm dead. There are a lot of Touhou fan games I could play. There's one game that I definitely won't play on stream ever. It's Lost Word. Oh, the Exile Doll thing that did Exile Doll things. Are you caught up, or are you like 5 minutes behind? Because that was like 5 minutes ago. I took the Exile Doll. What happened? Oh, okay. What? Really? I thought for sure I was right enough. Okay, well, it wasn't the popper. It's just there was a straight line of lines, and I just thought I was right enough, but I wasn't. Found it. What is this? Don't show game glitcher. UST cast. Can't say amazing game and then not say the name of the game. Here you go, a little more up for me to the game. Sometimes bumper crop just isn't rude. You gotta love it when that happens. Just up my faith management there a bit. Lost about 3k that I shouldn't have. What? How did I live that? I thought for sure I would have died to that hole. I don't deserve that. That was a complete mismanagement. Nothing to see there. No, not at all. I never do anything wrong. I never mess up at all. I always play perfect. Up too much. I'm not gonna do more. I'm just gonna keep getting tilted. I had two stage 4 paces. That's good enough for now.